Hey everyone, so we're into 2021 and my goodness, is it a strange time and challenging time in so many ways. And I thought it might be the right time then for me to do a wee series of videos on kindness, on the importance of kindness, but also many of the different ways that being kind can impact our health, our mental health particularly, but also our physical health, and even how it can help each other. So I thought I'd do a wee series of videos, and I'll start today with some of the impacts on mental health, because I think that is so important right now. Being kind literally boosts happiness, and one of the ways that it does it is it fiddles around with our brain chemistry, and it kind of helps to produce, if you could call them maybe happy chemicals, and suppress some of the kind of stress chemicals floating around in our brains. Loads of research compare people being asked to do a bunch of acts of kindness over a period of time, whether it's a day, a week, or a month, and their happiness levels are compared with people asked just to be their normal selves throughout those periods of times. And almost every single study tells us exactly the same thing. The people being kind end up feeling happier for having been kind. And it doesn't really matter what you do. It's not so much the act itself that matters, it's the fact that you're being kind because of how it feels. See, the feelings of kindness, the feelings induced by being kind, do the exact opposite from the feelings induced by stress. Stress, we feel stressed, and the feelings produce stress hormones, and those kind of impact different areas of the brain. But when you be kind, and that feels nice, we produce what I call them kindness hormones, really to draw a parallel with how they're produced. But one of the amazing things that kindness hormones do is they turn down some of these stress and fear and anxiety regions of the brain, just like you might turn down a light that's too bright using a wee dimmer switch. So there's like a wee dimmer switch in your brain, if you will, and it's in stress regions of the brain, and fear and anxiety, worry regions of the brain, and kindness hormones literally latch onto it, and they go like that, and then they actually turn it down. It's really quite an amazing thing. So that's one of the reasons why frequent acts of kindness have a long-term effect on neutralizing stress, but also helping us to feel better. And you don't have to literally do a physical act to get these benefits. Remember, I said it's how kindness feels. As odd or as woo as this might sound, you can sit down and close your eyes and just think kind thoughts about people. And I'm telling you, it really works, because it's how kindness feels that matters. Think of people, think of loved ones that you're not seeing right now, people who are in your household, if you like. Think of even neighbours and other people, who might even be struggling. And allow yourself to feel kindness towards them, think kind things about them, recall some of the nice things that these people have said and done, and it helps to just create that little sense of connection, emotional connection in your own heart and mind. But at the same time, you flush your brain with kindness hormones. Research shows if you do that actually quite a lot, it goes beyond just producing these little substances in the brain, but it cause changes, beneficial changes in the physical structure of the brain, in particular on the left-hand side of this part here. It's called the whole front of the brain here behind the eyes and above the eyes is called the prefrontal cortex, but on the left-hand side, it's a region more associated with states like happiness and joy and being upbeat and positive emotion. If you've got a well-developed left-hand side there, it's easier to feel positive, and it's easier to feel relaxed and be more in control of yourself. The research in asking people to think kindly about people, it was actually based on a Tibetan Buddhist practice called metta or loving kindness, but ultimately thinking and feeling kindness towards people. Research found that it actually caused a thickening in the left-hand side of the prefrontal cortex. Just like you go to the gym and you work out a muscle, and the muscle becomes firmer and it becomes thicker. So the brain undergoes something similar. It's called neuroplasticity, but there was a slight bias to the left-hand side. In other words, being kind frequently, even if it's just in your mind, because of how it feels, causes structural changes in the brain. And it's not too dissimilar from the effects of mindfulness. When we practice mindfulness meditation and you breathe and you notice that you're breathing, you become mindful of the very fact that you're breathing. Doing that brings activation to the front part of the brain, and that grows like a muscle, akin to a muscle. So when you do kindfulness, in other words, when you're breathing, but you're allowing your thoughts to fall onto nice aspects about people and think fondly of people, then the overall working out of the brain is this part just to the left-hand side. And what that does is it makes it easier to feel at peace, and it makes it easier to feel more relaxed and to have more control over our runaway, worrisome thoughts, and helps us a wee bit to access, wee high-spirited moments when we think we might need them. So anyway, there's just a wee bit on how it is and why it is that kindness can have a positive impact on mental health. As I say, you don't have to be out doing kindness, because I know during lockdowns that's not possible, but you can still do it in your head. You can still think kindly. You can spend 5 minutes a day just thinking of a different person every day, and just allow yourself to think of the reasons why that person is a nice person. Think of some of the things they said or some of the things they've done in your life, or even just think of fond things, anything you can think of at all that's nice about people, so we can just think nice, think kind about people, and it really, really can help, particularly in these sort of challenging, difficult times we're in right now. So anyway, wherever you are, try and enjoy the rest of your day, and be kind, even if it's in your head, because it's almost always the right thing to do. Right, bye. And oh, by the way, in case you're just clicking on halfway through this, I'm David Hamilton. Right, have a great day. Bye.